Welcome back to Dishing You Well. I want to first start off by apologizing for the delay. I know I have not been uploading content lately. Life has been happening. I've been busy, which is a good thing. I'm not going to complain, but I will promise to you guys that from now going forward, I will be having more and more content uploaded weekly. Today, what I'm going to be showing you guys is a dish that kind of gets a negative stigma. And the dish I'm going to be showing you guys is liver. A lot of people, I hear them say, I don't like liver, I don't like the texture, it's just not for me. And me, I was the same way growing up. I wasn't a fan of liver, but I've learned to love it. And the secret to good liver is basically the gravy, because liver doesn't have much taste. It does have a unique texture, but if you get the gravy on point, your liver will be on point. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that today. Right here is all the ingredients you're going to be needing. This is going to be a really quick video, so I want you guys to stick with me and stay focused. Right here, I have the liver, of course. I have 4 pieces of liver here, beef liver. I have you're going to need 1 medium to large onion. I have beef bouillon cube. You're going to need cornstarch just to thicken up your make your slurry and thicken up the gravy. You're going to need pepper. I have white pepper today. You're going to need seasoning salt, of course. Maybe 2 cups of flour just to dredge and fry up your liver. You're also going to need French onion soup mix. You can use the beef kind. Right now, I'm using the regular. I'm going to use 1 pack. You're going to need browning sauce or just to darken the gravy. You can use soy sauce if you don't have it. I have lemon juice. You'll need the lemon juice just to do the cleaning of the liver. If you don't have lemon juice, you can use lime. You can use lemon or lime juice. If you don't have that, you can use vinegar. And to do so, I've already done that here. You're going to just use a large bowl of cold water. You're going to throw some table salt in there, and you're going to throw a few drops of lemon juice, vinegar, or lime juice, and you're going to rinse that and basically clean the liver. Liver is kind of delicate, so you got to be careful with it, but you want to rinse it, put fresh water on it, do it again a few times just to make sure your liver is clean, but don't skip that step. So after that, we'll be ready for the next step. I've already done that. Here are all the ingredients. My hands are impeccably clean. So what I'll do next is just show you how to cut up this onion and get this liver seasoned and fried up. We'll be right back. Alright, so as you can see, I have the onion set aside on the cutting board. I actually used half of the onion. That's going to be enough for what we're going to be making. So you want to basically cut the onion, but you don't want to dice it into small pieces. You want to keep the pieces fairly large, because you're going to throw these onions in, maybe like half moon. Peel them apart, make sure that the rings are open, and you're going to throw the onion slices in maybe 5 to 10 minutes before the liver is done. I like to have my onions to have a little bite to them. I don't want them completely softened, but that's totally up to you the way you would like it. And I have the liver here. As you can see, I have paper towels under it, because you definitely want to make sure that you get as much water off of the liver before you put it into the flour and start to dredge it. So right here, I have them sitting on paper towels, soaking up most of the moisture. So you're going to start just by seasoning. And you don't have to over season it, because we're going to season the gravy. The gravy is where most of the flavor is going to come from. But you want to give it a light season with seasoned salt. I'm using white pepper, a little bit of white pepper, and that's pretty much it. Then you want to take the liver, you want to flip it over. I'm going to put it in another plate. Flip it over to the other side. And liver is delicate, so it'll probably try to fall apart on you, but that's okay, because it'll taste just as great. And again, You want to season the other side of the liver. You don't have to over season it because, as I said, a lot of the flavor and seasoning is going to be put into the gravy. So you're just going to use seasoning salt and pepper, and that's it. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to dredge it, which is really simple. All dredging is just getting it coated with the flour. I have my 2 cups of flour here. You want to just dip it in, make sure that it's completely coated, and set it to the side. You want to coat each piece, make sure that you get flour all over the pieces, and you want to pretty much set it to the side. So once you've done that, your liver is pretty much ready to start being fried up. So I want to set that to the side, and when I come back, I'm going to show you how to get these bad boys fried up. All right, so as you can see, I have my water in my back burner getting ready to boil, so I can add my boil in the bag rice to it. That'll be cooked up 8 to 10 minutes tops. For now, I'm just gonna get this liver fried up. I have my oil inside of my frying pan. You just want to basically give it maybe a 1/2 inch of oil. You don't want to put too much oil because we're going to basically make the gravy in the same pan. So you only want maybe a 1/2 inch of oil in the bottom of the pan. Liver is really thin, so it cooks fast, and then the rest of the cooking process is going to be done in the gravy. So just a 1/2 inch of oil is enough. You want to lay it in there gently. You want to lay each piece inside of the oil. And since it's so thin, it's going to cook up really, really fast. So you want to just give it a nice brown coating on each side. So I would say fry it for around 10 minutes on each side. You'll know that it's done because both sides will be golden brown. When I come back, I'll show you exactly what that looks like, but no more than 10 minutes on each side. You want to take it out of the oil, set it to the side, use the same pan to start to get your gravy made. So we're going to let this cook up for 20 minutes tops, and I'll be right back. All right, so I have my liver out of the pan. As you can see, they're golden brown and delicious. They're not yet done. We're going to put them back in the gravy, but I have you want to leave the cooking oil inside of the pan. That's actually our rice. That's done. So we're going to put that to the side. We're going to drain all the water off of it. Set that to the side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start building our gravy. As you can see, there's bits of the liver and the flour in the bottom of the pan. That's all the flavor you're going to be using for your gravy. So to start building your gravy, you want to start adding water in slowly. And I also have my slushy made. Remember our cornstarch I said you're going to need? I put a spoonful of that in maybe a cup of cold water, and I mixed it well. That's basically our slurry. We're going to use this to thicken up our gravy once it's almost done. So you want to start adding in your water slowly. You're also going to take your French onion soup mix and you want to add that to the mixture. This is where all the onion flavor is going to come from, also from the French onion soup mix. You're going to give that a good stir. And all together, you're probably going to be adding maybe 3 cups of water. But you want to do it slowly. You want to add a little bit more. You can probably add all of that to the mixture. So that was probably 2.5 cups right there. And as you go, you want to taste it because you'll know what it is that you'll need to add. I haven't yet added all my ingredients, but just tasting it, I know what it is I'll be needing. I'm definitely going to need our beef bouillon cube. So you want to go ahead and get that crumbled up into the mixture, and that's going to go ahead and dissolve. You want to add some seasoning salt, little at a time. Don't overdo it because you can always add, but you can't take away. A little bit of black pepper. And I can already tell that I'm going to need more water, so add a little more water. It's okay if it looks thin right now because remember, we're going to add our slurry to thicken it up anyway, so you don't want it to start out too thick anyways because you want to give it time to thicken up. The more it cooks, the more it thickens. And you want to give the liver at least 10 more minutes to cook inside of the gravy before it's ready anyway. So if it's thin when you put the liver in, it's okay because within 10 minutes it's going to thicken up, and by that time the liver will be done. So right now I can already tell that I need some browning sauce to darken it. Some more seasoned salt. And I'm going to add some of the slurry. This is what's going to thicken everything up. Give that a mix. Make sure that you scrape everything on the bottom so they can all marry. Give it a taste. You want to keep tasting as you go. Without tasting, you'll never know what it is you need to add. So within tasting that, I know that it's pretty much all good. So I'm going to go in and add my liver back to the gravy. And remember, the gravy might look thin now, but once it starts to cook for about 10 minutes, it's going to thicken up. Then we're going to go in with the diced onions. As you can see, I didn't dice them too small because I still want to be able to see my onions in my gravy. After all, it's a liver and onion gravy. So I'm going to add the onions to the mixture. Make sure it's all combined. You want to turn your flame to a medium low. Go in, add a lid, and you want to let that cook for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, you want to come back and check it every 3 minutes, making sure that it's the right consistency, it doesn't need anything, and it's the right thickness. When we'll come back, I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's all ready and thickened. Alright, so I'll let the liver boil down for around 12 minutes, and as you can see, the gravy has thickened up a whole lot. I left a few onions out to put at the last minute because, as I said, I like to have a few onions with some crunch to it, or not necessarily a raw crunch, but I don't want them super soft. So I'm turning this off the flame now. So all that'll do is just sit inside of the gravy. As you can see, I'm turning it off. We do have our white jasmine rice ready. I also made some sweet corn, fried it up with some butter. So this dish is pretty much done. So all it is now is to basically plate it, and I'll get that done and we'll be right back. And there you have it. Delicious liver and onion gravy the right way. Now, how easy was that? Also, drop down in the comments and let me know what you like to pair with your gravy, or is there a specific way you grew up eating it? I'm interested in hearing your feedback. And as always, I'm dishing you well.